Back here at West Virginia State University as we get ready for the second to last game in our Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout presented by Game Changer. See this one pit the Huntington Highlanders against the Parkersburg South Patriots. This time in the boys' side of things. The Park South girls got a victory in our last game. So we're about to tip this one off between the boys here in just a moment. Starting five for the Highlanders in their road yellow this evening will be as follows. Tristan Hornbuckle, Isaiah Lapsley, Avante Crawford, Tavian Chandler, and Jamari Tubbs. For the Patriots, it'll be Mason Nutter, Navi Hewitt, Taj Joyce, Harry Silvas, as well as Matthew Mullen. Silvas wearing 11 in the game today instead of 22. Highlanders win the tip, and we're underway in this matchup of the boys from Huntington and Parkersburg South. Baseline drive cut off, and on the pass out, it's off and stolen away by the Patriots. South in their white home uniforms, Huntington in the road yellow. Block underneath there as it'll be Chandler sending it out of bounds. Head coach for the Patriots, Mike Fallon, signaling out what he wants his offense to do, and they'll hit a three-pointer for Harry Silvas. They'll take a three-point lead to start this game. On the other end, jumper off the mark there for Highlanders Chandler. Nutter will bring it up and swing over the hands of Hewitt on the left wing. Three-pointer long there. Misses gathered by Lapsley. He'll push it up the court now for the Highlanders. Lapsley to the Hornbuckle in the corner. He'll flip it back out over his shoulder, and it'll find its way into the hands of Tubbs. Tubbs driving down the lane, has it tapped away from him, and he'll regather. We'll swing back out to Hornbuckle. Tubbs passes it into Crawford. Ball deflected on the floor. Tubbs able to come back up with it. Swung over to Chandler. Chandler will drive to the basket, puts the shot up. And a foul called there in the act of shooting. And that will be against Matthew Mullen. His first, team's first. And sends Tavian Chandler to the free throw line. First free throw a little too strong off the back of the iron. Second shot is up and good that time for Chandler. That'll put the Highlanders on the scoreboard for the first time this evening. 2-point lead for the Patriots, headed the other direction. Hewitt drives his way down the right side of the lane, dishes off underneath, finds a wide open Matthew Mullen. He'll lay it up off the glass on the left side and push the lead out to 4 now for the Patriots, 5-1. Lapsley kicks it to Tubbs, and a foul called, a blocking foul on the Patriots. That'll be their second, and they're going to get Mason Nutter as his first. It'll be a baseline inbounds for the Highlanders, where it will be Avante Crawford to trigger it in for Huntington. Comes back to Hornbuckle and then swung to Lapsley. Lapsley drive in, has to go circus style and able to flip it up and in after cutting between the defense. First field goal for Huntington. They now trail 5-3, 5.5 to go in the first quarter. Nutter trying to kick out, pass is deflected and stolen away by the Highlanders. Tubbs pushes it up to Lapsley. Lapsley on the right side with it, working against his counterpart in white, Javier Hewitt. Now, drive to the basket there by Chandler. Chandler will lay it up off the left side of the glass. 5-all game now. After a 4-0 run here by the Highlanders. Turnaround jumper is up and good for Hewitt. Quickly up the floor to Hornbuckle. Hornbuckle with a strong bounce pass in, finding a cutting Crawford, but it's deflected away by the Patriots, and they'll head the other direction. Joyce loses it, and it'll be Chandler bringing it up. Chandler spins through the lane, got too far under the basket, and the shot won't fall. A reach-in foul going to be called on the Highlanders, Jamari Tubbs. That'll be Tubbs' first, team's first as well for the Highlanders. Fast-paced action in the first 3+ minutes of this one. 7-5, Patriots with the lead and the basketball right now. Hewitt will bring it back out. Set the offense in motion now with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Lob inside. Shot is contested and is controlled by Tubbs after the miss. Tubbs, pull-up jumper is up and good. They'll tie the game back at 7 apiece. Nutter kicks back out, swung over to Hewitt on the left wing. He'll find Joyce. Joyce back to Hewitt. Hewitt gets a screen. Now we'll get into the keyhole, stop at the free throw line, kicks out to Mullen, back out to Hewitt, his three-pointer long. Rebound is gathered by the Highlanders. Quickly into the corner, left corner three is up from Tubbs, left it short. Miss is gathered by Hewitt. Drive from the right corner is all the way to the basket, gets Joyce, he can't finish, and off to the miss. Highlanders on the other end, three-pointer from the left wing, no good from Lapsley. Both teams just 3 of 8 to start this one from the field. And a foul called on the floor on the Highlanders. That will be their second. And I believe they're going to get Tavian Chandler for the foul there. Yes, it is his first. As Crawford will check out, in comes Pearson Taneka. Andrew Blau gets to the basket. He'll go high off the glass and in. That's Cameron Fallon. Some number changes I didn't quite catch before the game. Fallon lines up a deep three and buries it. 5-point advantage for Parkersburg South and a timeout, a 30-second variety taken by the Highlanders as they trail now 12-7. We'll step aside for a break and be back with more right after this on High School Game Day.
This This is how you crack, crunch, and flavor. Walk with me. For generations, Utz has been turning the family-owned recipes into snacks that really satisfy. And it's my job as Chief Crunch and Flavor Officer to maintain that track record. We don't take any shortcuts with the Treasure Family recipes and only choose the flavoriest ingredients because there is a saying around here.
Crunch and flavor over everything.
We say crunch a lot.
How's it looking, Keith?
Looking crunchy, boss.
Utz.
A little more than 2 minutes to go in the first quarter of this one between Parkersburg South and Huntington boys. Adam Rogers, Taylor Kennedy on the call of this one. Taylor also again pulling double duty as he is writing up the last game between the girls. He'll also have a write-up about this one between the boys of Huntington and Parkersburg South for you later on this evening on the Gazette-Mail and Herald Dispatch's websites. He's also going to make darn certain that those meet deadline as well. So you can
one
read
way
about
or
those
another
in the print edition tomorrow as well as later on tonight online. Hornbuckle's fadeaway jumper from the baseline didn't fall. Patriots on the other end with the attack. Three-pointer up, and it'll roll in and out there for Fallon. Tubbs attacking in transition. Cut off and will now pull back out. Swung over to Lapsley on the left wing. Lasso will work his way back over to the right and swing it to Hornbuckle. Minute 30 to go, first quarter. And a traveling violation going to be called on the Highlanders, Isaiah Lapsley. Crawford back in for the Highlanders. He'll replace Tubbs. Joyce back in. He replaces Hewitt for Park South. Chase Offenberger took his first steps out on the court. Dead ball a go. Three-point shot is up and is no good there for Silvis. Crawford on the break. Swung into the corner for Deneka. Three-pointer up and off the mark, off the right, left side of the rim. Misgathered by Silvis.
This is what makes good basketball. Both teams going up and down the floor. It makes it even better when people are making shots. But I like whenever both teams are going back and forth. They're trying to see who wants it more because, again, like we said in the last broadcast, this game is a very important game just in regards of regional seeding.
Free throw line jumper, no good there for the Highlanders. It's been quick-paced in this first quarter of play. Pull-up jumper from Silvis, too strong. Rebound controlled underneath by Lapsley. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Lapsley at the top of the key. Now we're going to pull things back and set the offense up. He's going to hand off to Hornbuckle. Hornbuckle hands off to Crawford. Crawford tried to kick it into the corner. Pass deflected. They just called a traveling violation. Didn't quite catch the signal there. It didn't show a tip. They're now going to come over and talk about this. They're saying they didn't see a tip, so it will be off of the Highlanders, and it will go the other way to Parkersburg South.
You know, one of the things about this Huntington team, you mentioned how their start to their season and how they lost their first 7, then won their next 6. Now they're on the brink of possibly losing 2 in a row, just depending on the outcome of this game. But they're also playing a man down. I know we don't really want to use that as an excuse per se, but whenever you have a guy that's so important like Tavion Wilson, you don't have him, that's a big knock against a really good Huntington team.
The Highlanders are able to get a three-pointer. The Patriots are able to get a three-pointer there just before the buzzer. Taj Joyce into the scoring column for the first time tonight with that three-pointer, and that will push the South lead out to 8 over Huntington after the end of 1. 15 for the Patriots, 7 for the Highlanders. We're back with more right after this.
We're here to help you live well, and our new name reflects that. WellPoint.
Jennifer Garner, United States Senators Shelley Moore Capito and Jim Justice, former U.S. Senator Joe Manchin, Brad Smith, Gordon Gee, Nick Saban, Brad Paisley, Jim Tressel, and Roy Williams are among the many game changers who have lent their time and talents in support of an ambitious idea. The idea that together we can change the game on substance misuse and prevent drug use before it starts.
Back here for quarter number 2. Patriots shooting much better than the Highlanders are so far after 1 quarter of play. Huntington 0 for 8 from beyond the 3-point line. Meanwhile, the Patriots have hit 3 of their 8 shots. And are 40% from the field overall. First time I've ever had an official look at me and ask if we're good to start the quarter play. I appreciate that.
Makes me feel official.
Yeah. Makes me feel like I'm part of the crew.
Yeah.
Usually we get just dictated we're starting to play up, and we got to adjust. Good feed inside there. Joyce finds Mullen. Mullen lays it up and in. And we'll push the South lead out to 10 now, 17-7. Officials timeout. Mark Nutter comes up hobbling there and head to the bench and is wrapped around his right ankle, so he will check out. Chase Offenberger checks back in for the Patriots. Crawford will dish back out to Chandler, who drives his way toward the basket. Shot is blocked there by Mullen. Offenberger will swing back over, and he'll reverse it over back to him now on the right side. He'll hand off to Silvis. Silvis dishes out in the corner for Taj Joyce, and then back out between the rings to Offenberger. Minute gone here in quarter number 2. Still a 10-point lead for the Patriots as Silvis is driving down the right side of the lane, cut off there at the block, and will hit the jumper for his first basket. And a traveling violation on the Highlanders after that made bucket by the Patriots. We'll give it back to Parkersburg South with a 12-point advantage. Adam Rogers, Taylor Kennedy, our Media Center crew, happy to have you with us for this one.
Are you happy
second
to be
to
here?
last day. I'm always happy to be here.
Good to know.
Anytime we're on a broadcast.
You're happy,
We've
I'm
got
happy.
Basketball or football action or even baseball action for you here coming up in a little bit.
Or softball.
Yeah. On high school game day, you never know where we'll find ourselves. Three-pointer from Silvis, up and good.
You could tell that the Huntington coaching staff did not like the way that ended, simply because how good of a player Silvis is and how important of a piece he is. You always have to account to know where Silvis is, because he can score in all 3 phases, which makes him such a lethal player.
He's got 8 points so far, 2 threes. Ball turned over for a moment by the Highlanders, deflected, and last touched by the Patriots out of bounds. Hornbuckle back in for Lapsley here at the dead ball. Hornbuckle will bring it back out on the right wing. Gets a screen from Crawford. Lobs down underneath for Crawford. Ran out of real estate, so it kicked back out to Chandler. Daneka, spot up 3, top of the key. Too strong on that. High rebound pulled down by Hewitt. Hewitt pass deflected and then controlled by Joyce. Pace of play a lot slower now in this quarter between the Highlanders and the Patriots compared to the opening quarter, where it was helter-skelter on both sides. Three-pointer from Silvis, up, too strong. Offensive rebound, though, by Mullen. Up and in on the second chance try. He'll head to the free throw line for a 3-point play coming up.
Parkersburg South is getting everything that they were wanting right now. They're doing it on the offensive glass. They're doing it on the defensive glass. They're doing it down low in the paint. They're just getting anything and everything that they're wanting right now.
Free throw from Mullen, up and good. push the South lead now up to 18, 25-7. Huntington trails with the basketball. Tubbs with it on the left side of the floor, wants a screen from Crawford, gets it, now will dish off to him inside the keyhole. Back out to Hornbuckle. Hornbuckle's jumper from the right side of the lane after he worked his way from left to right on the floor, rattles in and out. Hewitt, turnaround jumper just outside the paint, in and out. Hornbuckle in the corner, or passes into the corner to Crawford, now back out top of the key for Chandler. Chandler gonna put the ball on the floor, gets to the basket, can't finish with the right hand off the left side of the glass. Miss is collected by the Patriots. Silvas puts the head down, drives toward the basket, shot won't fall as it rolls in and out. Offensive rebound, tapped away from Mullen, finally controlled now by the Patriots. Ball swung back out to Offenberger near midcourt with 4 minutes to go in this first half. Joyce, floater, falling away, falls. Push it up to a 20-point advantage, and the head coach for the Highlanders, Lambros Fingo, is going to call a timeout, a full timeout granted, with 3:50 to go in the first half. We'll step aside for a break and be right back with more right after this on High School Game Day.
This HDmedia production of West Virginia High School basketball is brought to you by Utz, the American snack brand crafted with care for more than 100 years. Game Changer, designed to educate, support, and empower our youth. The Charleston Gazette-Mail, with digital subscriptions beginning at just $9.99 for 3 months. And by Full Court Press, your weekly WVU basketball radio show. Check your local listings for times or visit pressvirginia.com.
Impact, discovery, inspiration, innovation, opportunity. For more than 130 years, West Virginia State University has stood as a pathway to prosperity for thousands of students. At State, you study in cutting-edge programs, learn from award-winning faculty in small class settings. No matter where you want to go or what you want to do, it starts at State.
Go State!
Halfway through this second quarter, the Patriots of Parkersburg South putting their foot on the gas here in quarter number 2, outscoring the Highlanders 12-0 so far through, again, a little more than half of this second quarter. Adam Rogers, Taylor Kennedy, happy to have you along with us in our Media Center crew. And what is the second to last game of the day and the week here at West Virginia State for our Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout presented by Game Changer.
How many times do you think you can say that fast?
Not very many. It's a mouthful, that is for certain, especially when you add in the second sponsor. We appreciate all of our sponsors for each of our broadcasts on High School Game Day. The RSN Sports Network, powered by HD Media. First chance for Tubbs won't go. He gets his own miss back, and then is going to be fouled on the second chance try. That will be just the first foul on Parkersburg South here in the second quarter. One for each side. As Tubbs will head to the line to shoot a pair. They call the foul on Matthew Mullen, his second. And just the team's first in quarter 2. First free throw from Tubbs, up and in. One more on the way for him. Huntington looking for their first field goal since they tied it up back in the first quarter at 7-all when the man shooting the free throws made the field goal. First free throw was good. Second one gets a little help off the glass and in. So Tubbs with the last 4 points now for the Highlanders, but they still find themselves down big, down 18. Silvas with a nice move, gets the from the right side for the layup. Back to a 20-point lead for the Patriots. pull-up jumper from inside the paint from about 14.5 feet away is good off the glass. Chandler got his second field goal there. Ball on the floor. Highlanders come away with a steal. Chandler going to push it up now in a 3-on-2 break. Chandler, bunny hop jumper left short. Long rebound comes out to Lapsley, and Lapsley's jumper is good there.
This is the point in the game, Adam, where you have to start stacking up runs on top of one another, and you also have to convert into points. You cannot take many empty possessions. If you get a turnover here and a leak out by Tubbs, got to make the layup. Okay.
Tubbs finishes that layup off the right side. Deficit now down to just 14. A quick 6-0 run by the Highlanders.
Now you got to start getting it going a little bit. You get the blood going. Get it down in the single digits by halftime.
2:11 to go in the second quarter. A 30-second timeout. We'll keep you right here, though, inside West Virginia State's arena. Doris W. and Walter F. Johnson III arena, to be specific. And again, a reminder that this is the second to last game. The Polka Dots and Philip Barber Colts boys will play in the final game of our week here. Take a look at some of the first half stats for you so far with a little more than 2 minutes to go. And the Highlanders struggling from beyond the three-point line. Have yet to make one in this first half so far. Find themselves down 14 points, in part because of that three-point shooting for the Patriots. Again, meanwhile, they're 4 of 11 compared to the Ophir for the Highlanders. Three-pointer there, too strong from Silvis. Long rebound tracked down, and a push-off called on Parkersburg South. That'll be on Hewitt, his first. The Highlanders will set the offense now in motion with under 2 minutes to go. Deficit cut to 14, was down by 20. Shot off there, and a late foul called against the Patriots. That will send Isaiah Lapsley to the free throw line. Check that. They actually call an offensive foul there on Crawford. His first, team second for the Highlanders. I thought they were going to get the Patriots. I think Mike Fallon thought they were going to get him for a foul there as well. But after the foul on the Highlanders, Fallon's jumper in the lane is no good. Highlanders quickly waste no time getting to the other end of the floor. Chandler will go off the glass and in from the right side.
What a strong take by Chandler.
12-point deficit now after that take. It's an 8-0 run for the Highlanders over the last minute 40-plus now. They've made their last 3 field goals while holding this South offense scoreless over the last nearly 2 minutes. Hewitt with it out between the rings. He'll dish off for Nutter. Nutter working against the Highlanders' Isaiah Lapsley, and he's going to be called for a foul. That'll be his first, team's third. 50.7 seconds remain in this half. And it was a 20-point lead for Parkersburg South. Led 29-9, have been held scoreless on this 8-0 run over 2+ minutes. And there's another turnover for the Patriots team. Nice dish off there for Lapsley. He finds Crawford, who ran with him all the way down the other side of the floor. And it's a 10-point deficit now for the Highlanders. Talk about a run for Huntington. Silvis with it out near midcourt, working against Hornbuckle. 13 seconds on the clock now. Hornbuckle still playing tight defense. Silvis, pull-up jumper in the lane is up and good over top of Chandler. Silvis with 12 points, and a traveling called on Hornbuckle. So with 0.7 seconds left now, the Patriots are going to get a chance to get a shot off before the end of the half. Just enough time to get a shot off. Realistically, maybe you want to get a dribble off. Shot no good. Took too long to develop there. And that is going to take us to halftime. Parkersburg South leads 31-19 over Huntington. But the Highlanders close out the half on a 10-2 run to go from down 20 with 3 minutes to go in this first half to only down 12 as they go to the locker rooms. Getting ready to see Philip Barber and Polka come out onto the court to warm up here at the half before their contest up next, the final game of the day here at West Virginia State University, and our Snyder of Berlin Utz Snack Shootout, brought to you by Game Changer. We'll step aside for a break, then look at some of the numbers from this first half of play between Huntington and Parkersburg South. That's when we come back right after this on High School Game Day.
The South Charleston Memorial Ice Arena, where the Valley goes to skate. Conveniently located at the shops of Trace Fork next to Target, the Memorial Ice Arena has everything you'll want for a day on the ice. Between public skating sessions, Totsicles, the Learn to Skate program, figure skating, adult and youth hockey leagues, and bumper cars, there is always something to do at the Memorial Ice Arena. Call 304-744-4423 for more information.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
The West Virginia Adult Education Center has free resources to help you get your GED, learn new job skills, earn workplace certifications, and learn English as a second language. No matter where you're starting from, we're here to help. With locations all across the state, changing your life has never been easier. Learn, train, succeed, and earn more money today by visiting our website at freegedwv.com.
We're here to help you live well, and our new name reflects that. WellPoint.
This is how you crack, crunch, and flavor. Walk with me. For generations, Utz has been turning the family-owned recipes into snacks that really satisfy. And it's my job as Chief Crunch and Flavor Officer to maintain that track record. We don't take any shortcuts with the Treasure Family recipes and only choose the flavoriest ingredients because there's a saying around here.
Crunch and flavor over everything.
We say crunch a lot.
How's it looking, Keith?
Looking crunchy, boss.
Utz.
Jennifer Garner, United States Senators Shelley Moore Capito and Jim Justice, former U.S. Senator Joe Manchin, Brad Smith, Gordon Gee, Nick Saban, Brad Paisley, Jim Tressel, and Roy Williams are among the many game changers who have lent their time and talents in support of an ambitious idea. The idea that together we can change the game on substance misuse and prevent drug use before it starts.
This HDmedia production of West Virginia High School basketball is brought to you by Utz, the American snack brand crafted with care for more than 100 years. Game Changer, designed to educate, support, and empower our youth. The Charleston Gazette-Mail, with digital subscriptions beginning at just $9.99 for 3 months. And by Full Court Press, your weekly WVU basketball radio show. Check your local listings for times or visit pressvirginia.com.
Impact, discovery, inspiration, innovation, opportunity. For more than 130 years, West Virginia State University has stood as a pathway to prosperity for thousands of students. At State, you study in cutting-edge programs, learn from award-winning faculty in small class settings. No matter where you want to go or what you want to do, it starts at State.
Go State!
My name is Gordon Gee, and I am a game changer.
I'm Brad Smith, president of Marshall University, and I am a game changer.
Halftime of this one between Huntington and Parkersburg South. The Patriots lead by 18 at the half over Huntington, 31-19. It was 20, but the Highlanders went on a 10-0 run there late in the second quarter. Closed that deficit to just 12 before the Patriots were able to get a basket before the end of the half and make it a 12-point lead once again. Adam Rogers, Taylor Kennedy on the call for this one as you take a look at some of those numbers. The Patriots shooting better in the first half of play from the floor overall and from beyond the arc. The Highlanders still without a three-pointer in that first half of play, 0-4 from the three-point line. Meanwhile, the Patriots are 4 of 12 from the arc. And at the free throw line, just one shot for the Patriots. That was knocked down by Joyce as he completed a three-point play. And then a 3-for-4 first half for the Highlanders. Tubbs made both of his free throws. Chandler split his pair in that first half of play. The only player in double-figure scoring for either side is Silvis with 12 points, 5 of 11 shooting from the floor, 2 of 6 from three-point range. He also has an assist in 16 minutes of action. Next highest player in scoring will be Matt Mullen. He finishes that first half with 7 points, 3 of 4 from the field, and had that one free throw attempt that he made in the first half. He also had 4 rebounds and an assist, then 5 each for Joyce and for Fallon, and then 2 for Hewitt. That rounds out the scoring for the Patriots. Pretty even spread out of scoring for the Highlanders. 7 for Chandler on 3 of 9 shooting. 0 for 1 from deep, 1 of 2 from the line. He also has a rebound in that first half. Then 6 points for Tubbs, 2 of 4 from the field, 0 for 1 from deep, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line to go along with 4 rebounds. 4 points for Isaiah Lapsley on 2 of 3 shooting, 0 of 1 from the three-point line. Has only missed from the field in that first half. He also had 4 rebounds to chip in as well. And then 2 points for Avante Crawford to go along with his 3 rebounds in 15 minutes out on the floor in the first half of play. We've got about 2 minutes left here in halftime for Parkersburg South and Huntington. We'll come back out of the locker room and get ready for half number 2. So we'll step aside for a break. When we come back, we'll have that second half of action for you between Parkersburg South and Huntington boys and the final day of our Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout presented by Game Changer. That'll be up after this on High School Game Day on the RSN Sports Network, powered by HDMedia.
This is how you crack, crunch, and flavor. Walk with me. For generations, Utz has been turning the family-owned recipes into snacks that really satisfy. And it's my job as Chief Crunch and Flavor Officer to maintain that track record. We don't take any shortcuts with the Treasure Family recipes and only choose the flavoriest ingredients because there's a saying around here.
Crunch and flavor over everything.
We say crunch a lot.
How's it looking, Keith?
Looking crunchy, boss.
Utz.
This HDMedia production of West Virginia High School basketball is brought to you by Utz, the American snack brand crafted with care for more than 100 years. Game Changer, designed to educate, support, and empower our youth. the Charleston Gazette-Mail, with digital subscriptions beginning at just $9.99 for 3 months. And by Full Court Press, your weekly WVU basketball radio show. Check your local listings for times or visit pressvirginia.com.
The South Charleston Memorial Ice Arena, where the Valley goes to skate. Conveniently located at the shops of Trace Fork next to Target, the Memorial Ice Arena has everything you'll want for a day on the ice. Between public skating sessions, Totsicles, the Learn to Skate program, figure skating, adult and youth hockey leagues, and bumper cars, there is always something to do at the Memorial Ice Arena. Call 304-744-4423 for more information.
Back here at West Virginia State University, getting ready to start the second half of play between the Huntington Highlanders and the Parkersburg South Patriots. Adam Rogers, Taylor Kennedy, our Media Center crew, happy to have you with us this evening. Final day of the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout. It will be Highlander basketball to start the second half.
I feel special.
I know, we keep getting asked if we're ready to start play. This is a thing I wish we could get every time.
I think, okay, I could be wrong when I'm saying this, but I'm going to take a hunch. So there was a rule by the SSAC, if I'm not mistaken. It was a rule, or there was some kind of discussion about that if there's TV or radio or whatever, then officiating crews are allowed to communicate with the broadcast to see and
wish they do that more often.
But they did it for football games is what I'm saying. Because I know a lot of the TV stations around here that did games were part of that because there were a lot of TV timeouts at games across the area. That was a really good take there by Chandler. But that might be where, because a lot of these guys, I would assume, do football or other sports as well, and that may be where it comes into play.
Chandler now with 9 points after that lay-in. Well, you are an educated guy, so an educated guess at that. First chance won't go there for Mullen. Mullen will get his own miss and put it right back up and in. Another nice take there by Chandler. Chandler with back-to-back baskets to open up the scoring for the Highlanders in the third quarter. And the deficit is back to 10 again, 33-23. Patriots with the lead and the basketball. Hewitt going to put the ball on the floor and bring it back out near midcourt to set the offense up. He's going to blow by Crawford, gets to the basket, dishes it off for Mullen, and Mullen lays it up and in. Mullen now with 11 points in the contest. Pull-up jumper left short there by Tubbs. Misses grabbed by the Highlanders and by the Patriots. And Nutter will bring it across midcourt now. Three-pointer up and good for Hewitt. Hewitt with his second field goal. He's got 5 points. And a stop play for a moment because the net hung back up on the rim. Stops the clock with 6:09 to go in the third quarter. Highlanders going to let this roll all the way out to midcourt. Lapsley works his way over to the left side, swings it to Tubbs, back to Lapsley. Hornbuckle swings back to Lapsley. Defender goes for the steal, gets out of position, but Highlanders unable to take advantage of it for a moment. Hornbuckle, three from the right wing, too strong. Rebound tipped by Crawford out of bounds and into the Huntington bench where it'll be the Highlanders heading back on defense. The Patriots will inbound to the left of their bench, or to the right of their bench rather. Hewitt lobs inside for Mullen. Ball deflected and comes back out to Silvis. 5.5 to go in the third quarter. Hewitt gets a screen from Nutter. Fadeaway jumper off the back of the rim, off the front of the cylinder, and into the hands of Tubbs. 15-point advantage for Parkersburg South. And they led by as many as 20 with about 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. That got cut to a 12-point halftime deficit. Now up to 15 here in quarter number 3 as the Highlanders can't get a shot to fall on that possession. On the other end, Hewitt dishes off underneath for Mullen. Mullen fighting against Crawford inside. First shot won't go, tips the rebound to himself. On the second chance, he'll go up and is fouled. That is the first on the Highlanders in this quarter. Lapsley called for his second foul. Free throw up and good for Mullen. One more on the way for Matthew Mullen. Second one up and good as well. He's up to 13 to go along with his 6 rebounds. Hornbuckle feeds into the corner. Now they'll find Chandler. Chandler's shot is blocked there underneath. Nice move there in the post by Hewitt. Threw the pass a little too strong there for Mullen. And it goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Patriots, and it goes deep into the hallway back there beyond the stands.
I'll tell you what, one of the best, I say that because I know there are probably people watching that are big fans of the Charleston Catholic coaching staff and the attire that they wear and how they dress. But Mike Fallon's one of the best dressed head coaches in the state. I mean, the surprising part of this whole thing is he still has his jacket on, and we're midway through the third quarter. I mean, normally he's like Ronnie Olson in Shady Springs. Normally Ronnie Olson will wear his coat. He'll take a few seconds, and he'll something will happen, and he takes it off. That's usually how Fallon is. But Fallon tonight's being a little bit more easy with the coat instead of just throwing it somewhere.
Well, it helped that his Patriots had a 20-point lead there in the first half. It was cut to as few as 10. Now it's at 17 as the Highlanders get a turnover and come the other way with it. Hornbuckle thought about it for a second and said they swing over to Lapsley. Three-pointer, too strong, and Mullen will grab the miss.
By the way, both head coaches on both sides, Coach Mike Fallon and Coach Lambros Fingos, both fantastic coaches, but also great personalities as well, which can go really hand-in-hand when building a program.
Now you've gotten to know Mike Fallon over your time covering high school basketball here in the state.
Great dude.
As well as Coach Fingos.
Former basketball player at Huntington, too, is Coach Fingos.
As the Patriots lead is up to 19 again, 42-23. A timeout for the Patriots, their second timeout of the contest. We'll step aside for a break as well with 3:01 to go in the third quarter. We're back right after this.
We're here to help you live well, and our new name reflects that. WellPoint.
Taking a look in there at the Parkersburg South huddle. This is a Patriots basketball team that has aspirations to come back here to the Charleston area in a couple of weeks, as they hope to make it to the Class 4A state tournament at the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center. See their head coach there, Mike Fallon, taking a sip of his beverage there at the scorer's table after barking out instructions throughout this one so far.
Similar to the last game between these two programs, or two schools, I should say.
Yeah, that girls game.
Yeah, this is also a really big game for regional seeding implications as well, because that's also a really loaded boys region as well with these two teams. Parkersburg, who's having a good season. Huntington, they can be streaky at times, but they're still solid. Then you talk about other guys, Spring Valley. Spring Valley's been a top 10 school in-class quad A, regardless of which poll you look at throughout the course of this season as well.
I think Spring Valley surprised a lot of people there. They were undefeated there for a long stretch, fell against these Highlanders in a very tight game, but a very surprising performance, I think, so far this year out of this Timberwolves boys team. Everybody knew what the girls were going to have there for Spring Valley, but I think some surprise for a lot of people from that Timberwolves boys team.
Well, it also helps whenever you have a very veteran and seasoned coach like Coach Rick Chafin is for that Timberwolves program.
Hornbuckle got a 3 on the one end of the floor, and then the Patriots are able to get an offensive putback there. After Silvis missed the first, Mullen got the offensive rebound to go home. And on the other end of the floor, ball deflected out of bounds. It'll be off of the Patriots. Comes into Lapsley, three-pointer up and good. Isaiah Lapsley now with 7 in the contest. Deficit back to 15. Long pass up the floor, controlled by Silvis. Gives it to Mullen, then right back to Silvis. 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Silvis working against Hornbuckle. Silvis works his way from left to right on the floor, gets inside the paint, can't get the shot to fall, but Mullen with an offensive rebound, kicks out to the corner. Taj Joyce buries the right corner 3. Lead back to 18 again for the Patriots. Pass down to the block, cut off, and then kicked back out for Lapsley. His pull-up jumper in the lane will rattle around and out. Tubbs can't finish on the second chance try. And the rebound is knocked around and then controlled by Silvis. 1:20 to go in the third quarter. Patriots trying to make it a 20-point lead again. Ball is lost by Silvis out of bounds. It'll go to the Highlanders, headed the other way. Cameron Fallon back in the lineup for the Patriots. He'll replace Hewitt. Lapsley going to let it roll all the way into the front court before he picks it up, and the clock starts. Swung to Hornbuckle, back to Lapsley in the left corner, or the right corner rather. Jumper from the elbow, too strong there by Chandler, but Lapsley with an offensive rebound. Three-pointer from the wing, rolls around and out that time from Chandler. Nutter grabs the miss, and then Tubbs trying to get a steal, a timeout called by Parkersburg South. And they will preserve the possession. We'll step aside for this break in the action as well. 55.3 seconds left in the third quarter. We're back right after this.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Second to last game of the week here at West Virginia State University for the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout, presented by Game Changer. Had a lot of great games throughout the course of this week. Highlanders trying to fight back in this one, down with less than a minute to go in the third quarter by 18 points, 47-29, trying to get a run going like they had in the first quarter, in the first half rather. They closed out the half on a 10-2 run to make it a 12-point deficit after they trailed by as many as 20 points when the Patriots went on a 20-0 run.
But here's the thing, though, Adam. You just mentioned a really big thing right there. They ended the first half on a big run. Now they're trying to get another run. You can't, going against a team like Parkersburg South that has multiple guys, not saying that Huntington doesn't, but whenever you go up against a team like Parkersburg South that is dangerous, you cannot go in spurts. You have to be consistent throughout the 32 minutes of game time, because if not, you're going to find yourself in a hole like you're in right now, down 18.
Well, that's what happens when you give up a 20-0 run, too.
Exactly.
It's awfully hard to come back from a run like that, regardless of what kind of talent you have. They do get a steal here. Long pass up the floor to Hornbuckle. Hornbuckle pinned against the glass. They're going to call it a goaltend. So count the basket for Tristan Hornbuckle. 15 seconds to go in the quarter now. Turnover taken away by Hornbuckle. Sling to Lapsley. Lapsley, 7 seconds left. Drive in by Chandler, almost loses it. Corner three is up, off the side of the glass, and Highlanders going to be unable to score there at the end of the quarter. Hornbuckle a little slow to get up now. Hopefully nothing too serious for him, especially because he's still recovering a little bit from an injury that he suffered last season. Before we head to the fourth quarter, the Patriots lead by 16, 47-31. We'll step aside for a break and be right back with more right after this.
The West Virginia Adult Education Center has free resources to help you get your GED, learn new job skills, earn workplace certifications, and learn English as a second language. No matter where you're starting from, we're here to help. With locations all across the state, changing your life has never been easier. Learn, train, succeed, and earn more money today by visiting our website at freegedwv.com.
This is how you crack, crunch, and flavor. Walk with me. For generations, Utz has been turning the family-owned recipes into snacks that really satisfy. And it's my job as Chief Crunch and Flavor Officer to maintain that track record. We don't take any shortcuts with the Treasure Family recipes and only choose the flavoriest ingredients because there's a saying around here.
Crunch and flavor over everything.
We say crunch a lot.
How's it looking, Keith?
Looking crunchy, boss.
Utz.
Hornbuckle, they're taking a hard fall to the court at the end of the third quarter, being worked on by the training staff here at West Virginia State. And able to get up now and walk under his own power a little bit as he got off the training table. And try to make his way back over to the Huntington bench here in just a moment as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. It'll be Patriot basketball to begin the final quarter of action, and a 16-point lead for Parkersburg South. Joyce on the right side, feeds inside to a cutting Silvas. He dishes off for Mullen into the corner for Hewitt. Three-pointer up and good. And now they've got to stop play for just a moment so they can fix that net once again. Lapsley will fire it in and then get it right back. Run the offense for the Highlanders. Down 19. Pass from Lapsley stolen away by Hewitt. Hewitt feeds Joyce. Joyce throws it down in transition with the one-handed flush. On the other end, dish inside for Crawford. He loses it. And a foul called by the Patriots. That'll be their first of this final quarter. And that'll be on Matthew Mullen.
Crawford shoots 2 for the Highlanders.
Crawford set to shoot a pair here after the third foul on Matthew Mullen. Crawford hits the first. Second one is up and in for Crawford as well. Patriots are able to break the pressure from the Highlanders. 1 minute into the fourth quarter. It's a 19-point lead for Parkersburg South. Parkersburg trying to make it 4 wins in a row if they can hold on to this one, as Hewitt has a nice take down the left side of the lane, finishes with the right hand.
He's been impressive to watch today. He can do it from long distance, mid-range, and he obviously showed up his hops a few minutes ago, but fantastic job by him.
And he's filling out the stat sheet today. 10 points, 5 rebounds as a three-pointer is up and good for the Highlanders. Hewitt in the game. Again, we mentioned, I was saying 10 points, 5 rebounds, also has 4 assists and a steal in today's game. Turnover by the Patriots. Ball deflected, and they're actually going to call a foul on the Patriots on the floor. That'll be the team's second. And they're going to call that foul on, I believe, number 11.
Team second possession.
They're going to get that on Nutter, his second. Floater left short there. Joyce grabs the rebound. Patriots have been efficient in this contest today, shooting 51% from the field as that jumper's off the mark from Hewitt. That'll drop that a little bit, but still shooting 50% from the field. They get another takeaway here. Quick pass up the floor. Joyce can't throw it down this time. Jumper just inside the three-point line, won't fall, but an offensive rebound and then a steal by the Patriots. In transition, Hewitt throws it down with 2 hands there.
Mike Fowler was mad the first time that he went up for a dunk and missed. That time he was happy a little bit. He just didn't want to show it.
Well, Joyce missed the dunk the last time. Hewitt says, instead of going up with 1, let's go up with 2 and make sure we throw it down. That'll put the Patriots back on top by 20, 56-36 with under 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer up and good for Tubbs. His first three-pointer of the evening. He's got 9 points in the contest. Joyce on the right wing will kick back out to midcourt to Silvas. Patriots have been in control of this one really from the beginning. Three-pointer up and good for Silvas. Back to a 20-point advantage. Foul called underneath on the floor. That'll be the third on the Patriots. Highlanders still without a foul yet in this fourth quarter. We'll get that on Mason Nutter, his third. And all the fouls for Parkersburg South throughout the course of this game have been on just 3 people, Nutter, Hewitt, and Mullen. Nutter and Mullen with 3 each, 2 for Hewitt. Chandler steps into a three-pointer well short. Crawford will grab that miss, and then Crawford is blocked by Mullen. Halfway through the fourth quarter. Nutter pulls back out to Silvas. Silvas going to drive inside, lay it off for Mullen. Mullen with a pump fake, gets the defender in the air, and then gets back to the basket and lays it in. He's got 17 points now. The game-high scorer in this one. Tubbs, three-pointer lined up from the left wing, put too much on it, hits off the right side of the glass and in the hands of Silvas. Pull-up jumper, no good there for Joyce. Highlanders come the other direction. Lapsley step through the lane is no good. Highlanders trail by 22. Back on defense. Hewitt lobs in for Mullen. Mullen gets to the basket, can't finish too strong on the layup. Rebound tipped and saved by Tubbs, but right to Mullen for another opportunity for Parkersburg South.
This Parkersburg South team is really good at crashing the glass, whether it be on the offensive or defensive end of the floor. And that was a good take there by Nutter, but they do a fantastic job crashing the glass. They have 35 rebounds, with 9 of them being the offensive glass. They do a fantastic job.
2:38 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll step aside for a quick break and be back with more right after this on High School Game Day.
Impact, discovery, inspiration, innovation, opportunity. For more than 130 years, West Virginia State University has stood as a pathway to prosperity, for thousands of students. At State, you study in cutting-edge programs, learn from award-winning faculty in small class settings. No matter where you want to go or what you want to do, it starts at State.
Go State!
My name is Gordon Gee, and I am a game changer.
I'm Brad Smith, president of Marshall University, and I am a game changer.
2:38 remains in the fourth quarter of this one. Taking a look at some of the shooting numbers between Parkersburg South and Huntington. Patriots shooting 50% from the field from beyond the three-point line, and 51% from the field overall. It's been an efficient day on offense for Parkersburg South, but just as impressive as their shooting has been, their defense has been just as equally impressive today. Clearing off the glass, plus 14 in rebounding margin today.
Yeah, and if you look at their threes, they're plus 12 in that category. So they've done a really good job of dribble penetration, getting down deep into the paint, finding the open man, and those guys hitting open threes as well. So they've done well.
Foul called on the Patriots, their fourth. That one will be on Hewitt, his third.
Can I ask you a question?
A couple of subs come on for the Highlanders.
Can I ask you a question?
I'd say no, but what's it going to stop you?
Nothing.
Oh, that's what I thought. So I guess fire away.
It's almost baseball season. I know we don't.
That it is.
I know we don't want to look too far ahead.
Well, yeah, because there's still like a month left of high school basketball.
I'm aware.
Plus, almost 2 months left for college basketball.
Yeah.
Trying to run the clock out on basketball season already.
Well, I'm just saying this because I saw this graphic that WVU Baseball put out of the players and their walkout songs.
I did see that,
I'm just curious, what would yours be?
It's a good question. Haven't thought about that in quite some time. Near turnover on the Highlanders. It actually ping-pongs its way into the trash can. So they've got to dig it out for a second.
So I got one, and then I had asked Joe Percato from Metro News what he would choose. So I'm going to give you mine first. Heard this a lot last year. Mine would be Thuggish Ruggish Bone by Bone Thugs and Harmony. Great walkout song. And then Percato's, which I actually like a lot, is Pick Up the Pieces by Average White Band. Cultured, Adam. We're cultured.
Near turnover for the Highlanders. They were able to save it there at midcourt. A couple of subs come on for Huntington High. Ethan Sands, as Tubbs lines up a three, can't get it to fall. Joining him out there is James Dalton, as well as Nathan Hanna, Ethan Goodson, and Braxton Mount. And for the Patriots, Caden Marshall, Bowen Rader, as well as Xavier St. Andre checking on the floor.
Probably a Baby Shark kind of guy.
See, I figured you would be a Paw Patrol kind of guy.
No. Maybe Bob the Builder, if you want to go throwback.
Quarter no good. 1 minute left to go in this one. And don't forget, we still got one more left for you here at West Virginia State University for the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout. Jump ball called. It'll stay on this end of the floor with the Highlanders. Huntington going to drop to 6-10 on the year and have a 3-game losing streak, as they will have just a day to regroup from this one tomorrow before they head on the road to take on Spring Mills on Saturday. They're at Spring Mills. Meanwhile, a bit quicker of a turnaround for Parkersburg South, but easier to make that turnaround when you're coming off of a win, as the Patriots will play tomorrow, taking on University at 7:30 there on the road. St. Andrews with the basket. And off the initial miss, Braxton Mount gets the jumper to go off the glass and in. And the Patriots just going to hold this out and run out the rest of the clock. Parkersburg South took an early lead in this one and took their foot off the gas for a little bit, long enough for the Highlanders to get it within 10, but then Parkersburg South puts that foot right back down on the gas and finished this one out with a final score of 65-41, a 24-point victory for the Patriots after 4 quarters in this one. So Parkersburg South wins the boys and girls matchup with Huntington High this evening. As again, we take a look at some of those numbers. It's hard to beat a team when they're shooting 50% from the field. I mean,
yeah.
And 100%. Didn't miss a single free throw attempt. They only had 3, but I mean, it's tough to overcome those kind of shooting numbers from your opposition.
Well, the biggest thing to me, Adam, is the fact that Parkersburg South was plus 16 in points in the paint, a 36-20 advantage for the Patriots over the Highlanders in that category. That, to me, is the difference. I mean, you look at it, you still lost by 24, but you go down from being 24 to down 8, and you get a couple of threes because Parkersburg South was plus 12 from 3. I mean, that's your ball game right there.
Well, let's take another look, too, at some of these numbers. You see the rebounding discrepancy. It's plus 9 on the boards for Parkersburg South, but 9 offensive rebounds for both sides. But then look at those points off of those offensive rebounds. 21 second chance points for Parkersburg South on those 9 offensive rebounds compared to just 9 second chance points on 9 offensive rebounds for Huntington. So, I mean, that right there, the difference alone in this one is it's a 12-point difference. They win by 24. Again, there's half your points right there, just cleaning up the offensive glass. And when you get the same number of offensive rebounds, it just goes to show you that the Patriots wanted that one more on those second chance opportunities than the Highlanders did.
Yeah, and you can just tell. I mean, they jumped out to that 20-0 run there in the first half. I mean, that's just whenever they really just shoved them down into the ground and said, we want this more than you. We're going to do this, this, and this to you. And they continue to do that throughout the contest, which is really the difference maker.
So again, your final score in that one, Parkersburg South 65, Huntington 41. We've got about 16 minutes or so until the start of the final game of the final day in our Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout presented by Game Changer. It's the Polka Dots taking on the Philip Barber Colts. And the boys' side of things to wrap up our action here this week. Michael Sussman will have the call of that one. Taylor Kennedy and I are out of here because Taylor's got to go write a recap of that boys contest to make print deadline tonight for the Herald-Dispatch and for the Charleston Gazette-Mail. You can read all about that as well as some other games from across the state by our HDmedia writers later tonight online, or pick up your print edition tomorrow. So that does it for us here in this one. Again, Michael Sussman will have Philip Barber and Polka coming up here in about 15 minutes. Thanks for joining us for this. We'll see you next time here on High School Game Day on the RSN Sports Network, powered by HDmedia. Whee!
Good evening, this is Michael Sussman joining you live from West Virginia State at the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout as I take over for Adam Rogers and Taylor Kennedy, who did a great job calling the Parkersburg South victory over Huntington. We turn the page tonight. It's Philip Barber taking on Poca. Philip Barber coming in at 3-11 last time out, fell to Bridgeport 77-29 on the road. As for the Dots, they beat Mingo Central 50-46 on February 8th. Their other victory this season coming over the Buffalo Bison and Coach Adam Scott's crew. As we'll get to the starting lineup for tonight's game, Philip Barber will start Logan Watson, a 6-foot senior, averaging 10 points per game. Malachi Poling, also standing at 6 feet tall, is a junior, a guard/forward wearing number 3. Cale Wolf, a junior, number 10, starts for Philip Barber. Landon Carpenter, 7 points per game for the sophomore, wears number 22, and Patrick Webster will round things out. We turn the page as the Colts come out of the huddle in some sharp dark gray unis. Poca in the all-whites. They'll start Everett Miller, Jacob Legg, Dylan Easel, Jackson McClanahan, and Nick Janey. We go down the stretch of the event. It's been a marathon. Shout out to GW head coach Rick Green, who runs the show year in, year out. It's been first-class accommodations as we're ready to get things underway. Ball in air and controlled by the Colts. As Watson go to work here, Philip Barber 5 out to start things. And Wolf cycles it over. Landon Carpenter tests the waters, pulls it back. On the cut, just led him too much. Nice rotation defensively there by Jacob Legg. First trip here for Poca. Everett Miller leads the team in most statistical categories. Will shoot a pass over by the Philip Barber bench. First touch for McClanahan. As the Colts come out in a zone, they stole it. And an easy layup for Watson. Logan Watson will get the scoring started. Those types of mistakes will drive Coach McNeely crazy. Just a careless turnover in the backcourt. As Poca gets back into the action, they'll throw it near side. And through the lane, it's blocked. Nice defensive play by Nathan Christian as they'll head the other way with it. And cycle it on through. Check that was Poling on the defense there for Philip Barber as they've got a bucket here on the other end, 4-0. Carpenter's got 2. 4-0 Colts. Wild pass there. Looking for Legg in the corner. Had the right idea, he was open. Philip Barber, top key. Here's a shot. Off the mark for Watson. Offensive board. Through traffic, it's blocked. It cycles back out. And a rejection. Great timing on the block there by Jacob Legg. And a timeout taken by the Polka Dots. We'll take it with them. 4-0 Colts early. This is the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout.
This is how you crack, crunch, and flavor. Walk with me. For generations, Utz has been turning the family-owned recipes into snacks that really satisfy. And it's my job as Chief Crunch and Flavor Officer to maintain that track record. We don't take any shortcuts with the Treasure Family recipes and only choose the flavoriest ingredients because there's a saying around here.
Crunch on flavor over everything.
We say crunch a lot.
How's it looking, Keith?
Looking crunchy, boss.
Utz.
And we are back at West Virginia State. Poca got a quick timeout after a couple minutes to try to figure things out. Turnover coming out of it, though, is Poling will air ball. It's rebounded underneath. As Cale Wolf brings it out. And Poling as it's at the volleyball line. And a turnover there for the Colts, as Polka's committed 4 of them through about 2 minutes, 20 seconds. That was the first on Philip Barber. Underneath, long pass as Legg tries the hook shot just strong. As they'll cross the midline, and Wolf going to work. Kicks it back out. Good penetration there by Wolf. That's how you move the defense straight away. 3 buried it. It was Landon Carpenter. Plenty of space, knocked it down. And the Colts up 7-0. Back into this zone with the 2 guards pulled way out. Pretty much daring Polka to drive it past them. As they threw it away again, here come the Colts with numbers. And the easy layup for Wolf. Nice job shielding off the defender with the right side of his body and using the left-hand finger roll. A 2-1-2 here. The whole middle of the paint is wide open as Polka will hoist a 3. It's off the mark. Board controlled there by the Colts with Carpenter. He'll get it back as he runs the floor. Turns, gets it to Poling on the move. Off on the runner. So Polka into the action here. Trying to get onto the board as Easel will fake a pass, tries a 3, and he drained it. Dylan Easel averages 3.9 points per game. We'll put Polka on the board. And Wolf was bumped. There was a foul first offensively as they call the push-off there in the backcourt. Yeah, they got Malachi Poling, I guess, on the screen. His first foul of the ball game. As Carpenter, the leading scorer with 5. Kick out here, Legg, little jab step. As Janey goes high post, he'll shoot the long 2, drained it. Really smooth shot. They counted it a 3. So 9-6, Polka within 1 possession. As Poling will try a contested 3 the other way, it's off. Rebound Everett Miller, who pushes the tempo and leads to a layup. 2 more points for Jacob Legg, a senior. An efficient player, 41% from the field on the season. So Polka, 8-0 run as they respond. And Philip Barber makes the same mistake, moving screen. So second team foul there, and the second personal on Poling, as he'll check out. Driving on the far side, lost the handle there. Jackson McClanahan did. Well done by the Colts to cut it off. Adam Bailey checks in for Philip Barber as he's at the far wing. And Legg defending tightly. Pulled back out. First touch as Bailey surveys. And he'll give it off. It's a nervous moment. On the drive, Watson lost it. And here come the dots. 2-on-2 as Polka retreats. And they'll hand to McClanahan. A shot hoisted into the air. It's buried. And that was Austin Gillig. Averages 2.5 per game. Already over that as he drains the 3. It's 11-9. Polka with a wonderful response. Bailey off the window. 2:05 left. As McClanahan will go back to Gillig. They don't guard him. Why not try it again? And it's off the back iron. A couple of huge deflections. It was on the baseline. So the Colts will give Polka possession here as they had some trouble controlling the rebound. Short break there for Everett Miller. I doubt he'll get much rest over the course of the game. They rely on him to do a lot. So underneath inbound, they float it out to Gillig up top. into the hands of Dylan Easel. And Miller, 3-ball. No. Rebound, Landon Carpenter. He's got 4 of them here in the first quarter. Jump stop there as they'll try a 3. It's off the mark for Watson. Offensive board, Carpenter no. As it'll change hands a couple times, Easel. Now they'll go to Gillig. Quick fake, pulls it back. It's stolen, just ripped. Physical steal from Landon Carpenter. And Poca to the block. The defender came flying past. Got a couple of options. It's a Watson 3, no. Goes back to him. Gives it off to the cutter. And it's kicked out. That's off the mark. Philip Barber has checked Talon Stout into the game. He's number 1. Gillig to an open shooter. Leg puts it up off the front iron. And the rebound controlled there by Philip Barber. They'll take a timeout. We will take it with them. 11-9. Poca comes back here in the first quarter. We've got a good one on HDmedia Game Day.
Jennifer Garner, United States Senator Shelley Moore Capito, and Jim Justice. Former U.S. Senator Joe Manchin, Brad Smith, Gordon Gee, Nick Saban, Brad Paisley, Jim Tressel, and Roy Williams are among the many game changers who have lent their time and talents in support of an ambitious idea. The idea that together we can change the game on substance misuse and prevent drug use before it starts.
And we are back on HDmedia Game Day as Poca will bring Peyton Cook into the ballgame. So far, 50% shooting for the Polka Dots. Philip Barber has gone cold after the start, just 25%, 1 of 7 from downtown. So taking the ball to the basket might have been a big message there with Coach Jones in the huddle. As they'll fix some particulars with officials Bruce King, Charlie Short, and Brian Thaxton, 3-man crew. Earlier today, the Ripley boys beat Buckhannon Upshur 43-38. Nice victory for Coach Derek Mullen's squad. So technical free throw here, I was confused, and I think I know why. One of the jersey numbers did not match the picture of the book that I took. So I think that's what you have. I think one of the Polka guys, Cook, might have switched uniforms. I don't want to speculate on that, but it threw me for a curveball. I saw nothing, so that would make sense as the second free throw is good there for Cale Wolf, and Wolf with 3. Wolf averaging in double figures, 11 points per contest. And thrown in there by Stout on the move to Webster. Webster just off on the layup. Nice thought on the inbound play. Poca can hold for the last shot. 30 seconds and winding. As Gillig will throw to McClanahan, gets it back. They run some action, leg with a touch, a foot of space, tries the 3, it's no good. Carpenter controls. They'll outlet to Bailey. 12 seconds left. Bailey open in the corner, up fake, and the Patrick Webster 3, no. 5 seconds, gotta go. Here's Gillig at half court. High arcing shot. It's off, 11-10. Poca in front by 1. You're watching the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout on HDmedia Game Day.
This HDmedia production of West Virginia High School basketball is brought to you by Utz, the American snack brand crafted with care for more than 100 years. Game Changer, designed to educate, support, and empower our youth. The Charleston Gazette Mail, with digital subscriptions beginning at just $9.99 for 3 months. And by Full Court Press, your weekly WVU basketball radio show. Check your local listings for times or visit pressvirginia.com.
Impact, discovery, inspiration, innovation, opportunity. For more than 130 years, West Virginia State University has stood as a pathway to prosperity for thousands of students. At State, You study in cutting-edge programs, learn from award-winning faculty in small class settings. No matter where you want to go or what you want to do, it starts at State.
And we are back on HDmedia Game Day, looking at the shooting there. Philip Barber with way more attempts, more possessions, 4 of 18 though, just can't get it to go. As the Polka Dots made a nice little push. Good timeout by Coach McNeely to get control of things. 9-0. You don't want to fool around. That was really well done. As Polka will start out here with the possession. It's up top with Leg. He'll step into a 3. And it's short off the front iron, controlled by Talon Stout. Stout across the Lester Reigns logo goes to Malachi Poland. And just stepped on the line. Got confirmation with the officials there during the break. It was a book-related technical. Understandable. Sometimes you rip one jersey, got to wear the other one, or maybe your home uni is different than the road. These managers, these coaches, they deal with more than you think. As Leg will run the offense here. Janey trying to get open in the high post. Nick Janey averaging 3.3 points per game, 4.4 boards. So screen as Easel pulls it back. Long, methodical possession. McClanahan gives it back to him. And Gillig hit the 3 ball earlier. Easel from downtown, no. Malachi Poland will take it in the other direction. Third board there for Poland as he'll get it off the pass from Webster. And into the post, he'll kick it out. Stout was fouled as he hop-stepped through the lane and grabbed on the arm. Baseline inbound. Foul there on Dylan Easel, first personal, first team in the second quarter. In some trouble. They tried to get it to Stout, and then it was ripped away. So loose ball foul stays down here on this end of the floor. Number 5, White DeBoard is checked in for the Polka Dots. DeBoard, a sophomore point guard, 2.6 points per contest. And Stout, entry pass. Carpenter off from 5, got his own board, follow up, and 1. Landon Carpenter just stayed with it. Nobody really made a concerted effort to get down low and shove him out of the lane. Credit Carpenter. He's dominating early on the boards with 5 rebounds. An offensive board, rejection Leg. We play some volleyball and it stays down here. Great anticipation. That's a couple times where Leg has timed the block perfectly. As Poland whips it up top. Here's Carpenter. .620 and going. Stout puts it on the deck. On the move, Poland bobbled it. And tries the 3 with a hand in the face. No good. Carpenter again. A backbreaker for Polka as he's got the mid-range jump shot. Landon Carpenter 2 points over his average already with 9 points in the second quarter. (16-9). The Colts winning the rebounding battle at the moment. It's up top. DeBoard thought about it. Now to Easel. Floats a skip pass. Dangerous one. As the Colts stay in the man-to-man. Little jab and recover here from Talon Stout. It's a man-to-man with some zone concepts. He's blocked on his way to the hoop there. 2 free throws upcoming for Jackson McClanahan. Patient possession there for Polka as they called the personal foul on Webster. And first team foul, haven't had a whole lot of that. It's been a quickly moving first and second quarter as McClanahan knocks it down. 42.9% free throw shooter. And to bring it within one, he's got it. 14-13, some pressure in the backcourt. Easel trying to stay in front. A nice dish to Malachi Poland on the dime from Wolf. DeBoard lofts it over to Easel. Poland with a nice game, a few rebounds, couple of steals and assists. His legs off the mark. And good on the follow. Jackson McClanahan flying in from the guard position. He's got 4 points underneath Poland, and it's an easy 2. Poland, 10 points per game, has 4 tonight. As DeBoard fakes a couple of passes. And Bailey kept it in. A steal for the Colts as the official nearly collided with the broadcast table. It's okay, we're not essential staff. Poland had his pass stolen. Got it back off the scramble. Wide open Wolf, and he'll flip it up and home. Unexplainable possession there, just a lucky recipient there, Philip Barber, as they go up 20-15. 3 polka dots up to the scores table as McClanahan turns all the way there in the coffin corner as Polka works out of it. DeBoard steps into one, it's off, and Bailey keeps it in. Here comes the Colts, leading by 5. Underneath, Carpenter. And another disjointed possession as Watson will throw it underneath. Poland kicks out, Bailey up top. 3:22 and going. Poland with some room, and he traveled with it first. That's one where Janey was playing pretty far off of him. If he would have just went ahead and let it fly, I think he would have been able to get the shot off. So 3:18 and going here till half. 20-15, Philip Barber. Here's Gillig bouncing it over towards the bench. Peyton Wolf, who is number 55. And Polka stepped on the sideline. Another substitution for the Dots is Jacob Potter, number 50. Polka, historically great program under the legendary coach Alan Osborne. I was there when he picked up, I think it was win number 700. The respect that they have for him at that school is pretty remarkable. And here's a 3-ball straight away off the mark. Poland slapped it backward, and let's see who they got. And that'll be his 3rd foul. That's an expensive one. As the Colts going to have to go to the bench. So 2:41 and winding. Gillig will have Easel filter up top. He'll run the point, throws it to the wing. 3 up for Wolf. Good. And it's not Peyton Wolf, it's Peyton Cook. And it's 20-18. As it's back, here's a drive shot. Is off the mark for Webster. And a foul called underneath again on the Colts. First personal on Cale Wolf. Second team foul. Polka shooting 40% from the field. It's come down a little bit here in this second quarter. 4 of 12 from 3, 33%. That's not bad, as that's accounted for 12 out of the 18 points. Looking for a man here in the post. They'll throw it out to Easel. Easel back to McClanahan. 1:50 and winding. Coming up at halftime, we'll talk about some scores from around the region, give you a little WVU, as that's a long shot for Gillig on the run out. Here comes the Philip Barber Colts off the mark. Follow up Carpenter, no. And a rebound grabbed by Cook. 30-second timeout. Coach McNeely will take it. Philip Barber by 2. You are watching the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout on HDMedia GameDay.
The South Charleston Memorial Ice Arena, where the Valley goes to skate. Conveniently located at the shops of Trace Fork next to Target, the Memorial Ice Arena has everything you'll want for a day on the ice. Between public skating sessions, Totsicles, the Learn to Skate program, figure skating, adult and youth hockey leagues, and bumper cars, there is always something to do at the Memorial Ice Arena. Call 304-744-4423 for more information.
And we're back at the Walker Convocation Center. It is the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout. And it's been a good week. I think the weather early on might have affected some turnout for some teams, but the scrambling, first class, good job throwing some of these matchups together. And we got a good one, 4-point contest. Everett Miller defended by Watson, and he lost it. There's no pass, no shot there for the Dots. That's the opposite of what Coach McNeely wanted. As Carpenter from the elbow, it's off. Back to the Dots, so they'll get away with it. Janey comes to the scores table, as does Legg, as they'll bring the two forwards into the game. Legg plays more like a stretch four. He can step out, move the defense. 60 seconds to go. As Miller, the senior, goes to Janey. Gillig's open, three's up. It's off the mark. Janey slaps it back. Miller had his pass swatted. Credit Webster with the defense, and then they threw it right back to him. 7th Colt turnover. 40 seconds left. They'll skip it over to Legg. He steps back. He drains it. Jacob Legg with 8 points. As Wolf will stop the brakes, Kale surveys around the court. As Logan Watson across the wing of the jacket. I'll give to Carpenter. They do a good job here at State. Brian Shepard, the sports information guy. 10 seconds left. Bailey up faked. 8 seconds. Shoots it across the court. Kale Wolf with 4. Misses the runner. 1 second left. And it's halftime. Gonna be a tight one the rest of the way. Philip Barber clings to a 22-21 lead at half. We're back with more from West Virginia State on HDMedia GameDay.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
The West Virginia Adult Education Center has free resources to help you get your GED, learn new job skills, earn workplace certifications, and learn English as a second language. No matter where you're starting from, we're here to help. With locations all across the state, changing your life has never been easier. Learn, train, succeed, and earn more money today by visiting our website at freegedwv.com.
We're here to help you live well, and our new name reflects that. WellPoint.
This is how you crack, crunch, and flavor. Walk with me. For generations, Utz has been turning the family-owned recipes into snacks that really satisfy. And it's my job as Chief Crunch and Flavor Officer to maintain that track record. We don't take any shortcuts with the Treasure Family recipes and only choose the flavoriest ingredients because there's a saying around here.
Crunch and flavor over everything.
We say crunch a lot.
How's it looking, Keith?
Looking crunchy, boss.
Utz, Utz, Utz!
Jennifer Garner, United States Senator Shelley Moore Capito and Jim Justice, former U.S. Senator Joe Manchin, Brad Smith, Gordon Gee, Nick Saban, Brad Paisley, Jim Tressel, and Roy Williams are among the many game changers who have lent their time and talents in support of an ambitious idea. The idea that together we can change the game on substance misuse and prevent drug use before it starts.
This HDmedia production of West Virginia High School basketball is brought to you by Utz, the American snack brand crafted with care for more than 100 years. Game Changer, designed to educate, support, and empower our youth. The Charleston Gazette-Mail, with digital subscriptions beginning at just $9.99 for 3 months. And by Full Court Press, your weekly WVU basketball radio show. Check your local listings for times or visit pressvirginia.com.
Impact, discovery, inspiration, innovation, opportunity. For more than 130 years, West Virginia State University has stood as a pathway to prosperity for thousands of students. At State, you study in cutting-edge programs, learn from award-winning faculty in small class settings. No matter where you want to go or what you want to do, it starts at State.
The South Charleston Memorial Ice Arena, where the Valley goes to skate. Conveniently located at the shops of Trace Fork next to Target, the Memorial Ice Arena has everything you'll want for a day on the ice. Between public skating sessions, totsicles, the Learn to Skate program, figure skating, adult and youth hockey leagues, and bumper cars, there is always something to do at the Memorial Ice Arena. Call 304-744-4423 for more information.
My name is Gordon Gee, and I am a game changer.
I'm Brad Smith, president of Marshall University, and I am a game changer.
It is halftime here at West Virginia State. Philip Barber up 22-21 over the Polka Dots as we'll look to the first half stats. The Dots 7 of 18 from the field, 5 of 15 from downtown. Those threes are a big part of the reason why they are in this game at the moment. Only been to the line once, 2 for 2. Rebounding wise, Philip Barber leading that by 7. That's thanks in large part to Landon Carpenter, who's been a menace on the offensive glass. 10 of 33 from the field, so you can see way more possessions for Philip Barber. Polka turnovers have been a part of that. They just got to settle in. They got to knock down some shots. 1 of 10 from three-point range, and not a busy night at the free throw line. Really, neither team has fouled very much. 1 of 3, 33%, obviously, from the line there. As we'll look to the individual scoring there in the first half, Landon Carpenter with a game-high 11. And then Cale Wolf with 5, Logan Watson with 2. For the Dots, it was Jacob Legg with 8 points, a couple of made triples in the first half. Jackson McClanahan with 4, and then Austin Gillig hit a three-pointer there in the first quarter. He's got 3. As we'll look to some other scores on the girls' side of things, the Grafton Lady Bearcats remained undefeated, beat Lincoln 50-29. That was yesterday. Ripley beat Buckhannon Upshur on the boys' side 43-38 earlier on today. Coach Derek Mullins' team with a big victory. I know how hard he's worked, what that program means, and the progress that they've made. So strong victory. Anytime you can come here and win, you puff your chest out a little bit. It kind of simulates a tournament atmosphere, especially if you play a good team. If you don't play a very good team, it does not simulate a tournament environment whatsoever. But Buckhannon Upshur put up a good fight. It was tight. It was a good one there. And then Winfield with a 58-41 victory at Point Pleasant. That was yesterday. As we stay with boys, Hurricane will be at Oak Hill Friday at 7 o'clock. We saw the Redskins fall to Tug Valley earlier this week. We talked to Braden Ferris as well as Caden Hale. For them, check out those interviews on Sussman on Sports. That's on Apple Podcasts, as I'll go ahead and make a shameless plug. And at the college level, WVU will play Baylor 2 p.m. on a Saturday. The Ears trying to bounce back from a 73-69 loss to BYU. There's been some mid-season turbulence. I think WVU still on the inside of the tournament situation. I guess it's Joe Lenardi time of year. I don't really have my ear to the ground with that stuff. But probably the Ears in at the moment, but you can't keep dropping these games. 2 o'clock Baylor Saturday. And also the Mountaineers on the football side of things hired Pat White as the assistant quarterback coach. That'll give the fans a little bit of a lift. That'll bring back hopefully some nostalgia, and just a good guy to have around. Everybody speaks highly of him. He's the greatest player in the history of WVU football. So only a positive there for Coach Rod to bring Pat White back. 22-21, Philip Barber over Polka. We'll step to one more break. When we come back, it's the start of the third quarter.
This is how you craft, crunch, and flavor. Walk with me. For generations, Utz has been turning the family-owned recipes into snacks that really satisfy. And it's my job as Chief Crunch and Flavor Officer to maintain that track record. We don't take any shortcuts with the Treasure Family recipes and only choose the flavoriest ingredients, because there's a saying around here.
Crunch and flavor over everything.
We see crunch a lot.
How's it looking, Keith?
Looking crunchy, boss.
Utz.
This HDmedia production of West Virginia High School basketball is brought to you by Utz, the American snack brand crafted with care for more than 100 years. Game Changer, designed to educate, support, and empower our youth. The Charleston Gazette-Mail, with digital subscriptions beginning at just $9.99 for 3 months. And by Full Court Press, your weekly WVU basketball radio show. Check your local listings for times or visit pressvirginia.com.
The South Charleston Memorial Ice Arena, where the Valley goes to skate. Conveniently located at the shops of Trace Fork next to Target, the Memorial Ice Arena has everything you'll want for a day on the ice. Between public skating sessions, Totsicles, the Learn to Skate program, figure skating, adult and youth hockey leagues, and bumper cars, there is always something to do at the Memorial Ice Arena. Call 304-744-4423 for more information.
It's the start of the third quarter here at West Virginia State. Polka will start things out with Gillig McClanahan, as well as Dylan Easel, Jacob Legg, and Nick Janey. For Philip Barber, they'll bring out Logan Watson, Malachi Pauling, Cale Wolf, Patrick Webster. as we start things out. And Landon Carpenter, the other one. Here's Easel, volleyball line, sends it to McClanahan in the corner with leg. As they try to get a trap on him, it worked. They get the steal. On the run out here is Watson. They'll get it back. Webster was going to have a look, bobbled it over to Carpenter. Carpenter on the roll. Oh, right idea. It stays in bounds as Cale Wolf kept it in. And Cale a touch. Got around Gillig. Around the back pass. And streaking to the cup. That's two. Patrick Webster. Put the head down. Great read. As he puts the Colts up by 3. First points there for Webster. He's been active. Has 5 boards. And a 3 in the air. In and out. Good looking stroke there. But Easel unlucky. As they push the tempo around the back. Wolf maybe one too many moves. As Webster will clear it back out. Far corner. And a 3 ball. Is off the back iron. There's Gillig with the board. I don't think that's what you want there if you're Coach Jones. You penetrated on the last drive. You had the center open in the post a couple of times. Just pound that thing down low till they stop it. Just 1 of 11 from downtown for Philip Barber today. .6:20 and going, third quarter. And an Easel 3 ball, thought about it. Here's leg. Lost the handle, Webster active hands. As they'll push it, Carpenter, cut off. Back to Poling. Wide open, Webster 3 ball, off the mark. And corralled there by Gillig, his 4th rebound. Polka yet to score here in the third. And underneath, leg with a chance. It's off, but he's fouled. Hit on the right wrist. As Charlie Short will make the foul call there. They got Carpenter. First personal, first of the third quarter. Jacob Legg, 85.7% free throw shooter with an uncharacteristic miss. The senior power forward averages 9.2 points per game. Listed as a hybrid power forward / small. And he'll split the pair. As Cale Wolf will cross over. Gives it to Poling. Poling chest pass Carpenter. Carpenter on the deck. Around Potter. Short jump shot off the mark. As Janey slaps it to Jacob. He'll look for a guard. Finds one with Easel. Bounce pass with Carpenter. Across from leg. Trying to get to the shot. Turns as it's back up top. Polka deliberate here on the offensive end of the floor. And it was slapped. Carpenter poked it. Here's Poling on the run out. They got numbers. Wolf left-hand layup. Good, and the foul. Well done by Poling running the break. That's defense leading to offense. As he had the Carpenter steal outletted. So Poling, he had his head up. And that is off the side iron as it's run down by Janey. Cale Wolf with 7 points. A couple of rebounds, an assist, a steal also. And Coach McNeely will grab a timeout. 4:45 left, third quarter. Philip Barber leads Polka 26-22.
The South Charleston Memorial Ice Arena, where the Valley goes to skate. Conveniently located at the shops of Trace Fork next to Target, the Memorial Ice Arena has everything you'll want for a day on the ice. Between public skating sessions, Totsicles, the Learn to Skate program, figure skating, adult and youth hockey leagues, and bumper cars, there is always something to do at the Memorial Ice Arena. Call 304-744-4423 for more information.
We're here to help you live well, and our new name reflects that. WellPoint.
And we are back on HDMedia Game Day, winding down the stretch of the tournament. They're taking some of the promo signs down. Kind of feels like when you got to strip the Christmas tree. Just a little deflating. It's been a fun season, but just a little under a half of basketball left here at the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout. But not the end for basketball season. That stuff's just getting good. As we got 4 or 5 more games, depending on who you are, then playoffs. It'll be a new format this year. Potter flips it back. Gillig around a screen, floats it up top to Janey, and then brought it down. And Philip Barber took advantage. Want to keep that thing up high, away from all the guards. Credit Watson and Poland for swarming. 4:25 and going. Poca with 14 turnovers to Philip Barber's 7. Both teams under 40% shooting. As Watson will give it over to Carpenter. Carpenter around the Mountain East logo. Kicks it back out. Half the third quarter gone on the drive. It's off. Follow up Poland. Got a second board. Keeps it in, but then threw it to Poca. And down the seam. A block. Poland got a piece. Bounces it forward. Wonderful pass. And it was blocked. Easel got a piece. There come the dots. Janey power dribble. Falling away. Right hand hook shot good. Nick Janey averages 3.3 points, 4.4 boards a game. He's on the score sheet. And Wolf, near side Carpenter, on the cut. Cale Wolf with a nifty attempt there, just tried to kind of flip it in there with the left. Cycles through. Janey, one bounce up top. Strong ball movement as Easel thought about it. Coach McNeely checking up DeBoard and McClanahan. And that's off the front iron. And Carpenter, unimpeded, got all the way to the cup. He's fouled. He'll head to the line. Timeout taken by Philip Barber. We'll take it with him. 26-24 Colts lead.
We're here to help you live well, and our new name reflects that. WellPoint.
This is how you crack, crunch, and flavor. Walk with me. For generations, Utz has been turning the family-owned recipes into snacks that really satisfy. And it's my job as Chief Crunch and Flavor Officer to maintain that track record. We don't take any shortcuts with the Treasure Family recipes and only choose the flavoriest ingredients because there's a saying around here.
Crunch and flavor over everything.
We see crunch a lot.
How's it looking, Keith?
Looking crunchy, boss.
Utz, Utz, Utz!
A tight one here late in the third quarter, 26-24. Philip Barber leads it over Poca. Philip Barber with 3 timeouts left, the Dots with 2. As Landon Carpenter is at the free throw line, approaching a double-double, 11 points, 7 rebounds. As the sophomore makes it, got the fortuitous bounce off the back iron. He's 2 for 2. And the Colts back out in front by 2 possessions. As White DeBoard, the sophomore point guard, will get into the action. The Dots not too far from the Dome today, probably only 10-15 minute drive. And he turned it over. Errant pass for Wolf. He punched it literally to Carpenter. And it leads to a bucket. How's that for an assist? And we got a foul too. And they do score the bucket. I mean, literally just punched the basketball. Big grin there for Cale Wolf. That's how they teach it. That's the Bruce Lee School of Basketball. DeBoard, near side McClanahan. Bounces it at the free throw line. Potter up and under. Kicks DeBoard. 2:15 third quarter. And a leg three. Is short. Poling tipped it. It's tipped a couple times. Stays on this end of the floor. And it will be an underneath inbound. Charlie Short calls the foul on the floor. Third team foul. Here comes Potter. Stutters a couple times. And Strong wanted a foul. Colts by 6, Poling. Fakes a couple passes up top, Carpenter. Back to him, open three. And it's off as Potter collects. Philip Barber, 1 of 13 from downtown. But the Dots, 5 of 16. They've been yet to connect from 3 here in the third quarter. And turnover number 15. Here comes Philip Barber. And a lot of these turnovers are just passes that are not quite crisp enough. It's a bounce pass when you need a chest pass or vice versa. And Carpenter, short jumper no. It bounces around the Dots with Easel. I'll pass to the wing. McClanahan, plenty of time off the mark. Poland was pushed in the back there, no call. And it stays down here with the Dots. So Coffin corner inbound. This is the toughest place to throw it in all of basketball. Just with the angle and the defense's ability to sort of smother you near the bench. Easel tried to split a trap. It's stolen. Here comes Talon Stout in the open floor, and he's got 2. Physical take, kept the defender off of him, finished. Stout's first points, 50 seconds left, third quarter action. It's in the high post. Janey kicks it out. And McClanahan, 3-ball, off the mark. Rebound, Bailey. They tried to push the tempo. Anticipation steal by Gillig. Second steal of the game. He's got 4 rebounds, too. Here's Janey. Pass. And back to the basket from a leg. Here's Easel inside the paint. Missed. 15 seconds left. Pushing it up the court. Cale Wolf hesitated. And he's fouled. Nice move to juke out the defender. So Philip Barber, 7 free throws so far. They've made 3 of them. Let's see if they can take advantage. And they will with Cale Wolf. Wolf with 8. Second one's off. Rebound, slap to Janey. 6 seconds left. Polka's got to go. Up top, Janey will have a clean look. And it misses. 33-24, Philip Barber in control of the game as we enter the fourth quarter. You're watching the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout on HDMedia GameDay.
Impact, discovery, inspiration, innovation, opportunity. For more than 130 years, West Virginia State University has stood as a pathway to prosperity for thousands of students. At State, you study in cutting-edge programs, learn from award-winning faculty in small class settings. No matter where you want to go or what you want to do, it starts at State.
The West Virginia Adult Education Center has free resources to help you get your GED, learn new job skills, earn workplace certifications, and learn English as a second language. No matter where you're starting from, we're here to help. With locations all across the state, changing your life has never been easier. Learn, train, succeed, and earn more money today by visiting our website at freegedwv.com.
(33-24), Philip Barber leads it over Poca. 8 minutes left as the Colts with some really good defense there in the third. As the Dots will start out here in the backcourt with Gillig. Poca 28.5% from the field, and Philip Barber at 30.4%, but they've had way more possessions, largely because of that. 16 turnovers. And the Colts defending well. Webster playing a good game. Up top with Watson. They've got long guards, so those passing windows are hard to fit through, as Carpenter is fouled as he tried to get to the right-hand shot. It was before he put it up, so underneath inbound. As they got Janey for the personal, his second. In the corner as Webster will give it off to Logan Watson. Watson averages 10 a game. Poca's done a good job on him tonight. He's got 2. As Talon Stout out to Bailey. Adam Bailey. Carpenter, Watson. Stout tried to kick it out. It hit the forearm of leg. Scramble out front. And a backcourt violation through it all, as Philip Barber was the last one to touch it before the scrum. McClanahan will bounce a top key. Just been a stagnant offensive outing here in the third. Could be wrong, but I think Poca only has 2 in the second half. As DeBoard will slap the basketball. Lofts it up top to Easel. And Gillig jabs one way. 3 ball. It's short. Slapped into the middle. Carpenter clears. Nice defensive possession. 6.5 and winding. And Webster lost control of it. Be sure to check out Full Court Press on HDmedia GameDay's family of internet platforms. Also just your regular podcast pages. Check out Derek Bailey. That guy's a riot. Get him on a tangent. Who knows what he'll talk about. That's a WVU basketball show. Gillig off the window. Banks open. And if you're Poca, you're right back in. I mean, 33-27. Just need a stop and a score. Here's Webster. And Watson pulling up. Short. I think DeBoard got a piece. Stays in with Watson, cutting Stout. Misses the floater. And it'll stay with the Colts. Philip Barber out of Belington, West Virginia. As Pauling will check in, as does Cale Wolf. And it's up top. Here's Webster. Hands to Carpenter. Carpenter on the cut underneath. Looking for some space. Misses. Pauling follow-up, has 2. Malachi Pauling with 11 rebounds in the contest. Good job there following his teammate's shot. He's got 6 points as well. Spin move, Janey. There's Carpenter. I'll push it up the court. Poling and Carpenter have accounted for 20 out of the 35 Philip Barber rebounds. And that's been a massive difference in the game. Here's Carpenter. Post move. Jump shot. It's off his leg. I'll throw it ahead. Dots trailing by 8. Easel steps into one. And it's in and out. It was halfway down. .441 and going. At the free throw line, Carpenter jabs one way, gives to Webster. Face up, mid-range, jump shot, good. 37-27, timeout on the floor. And we're back after this on HDmedia Game Day.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Jennifer Garner, United States Senator Shelley Moore Capito, and Jim Justice. Former U.S. Senator Joe Manchin, Brad Smith, Gordon Gee, Nick Saban, Brad Paisley, Jim Tressel, and Roy Williams are among the many game changers who have lent their time and talents in support of an ambitious idea. The idea that together we can change the game on substance misuse and prevent drug use before it starts.
We're back at the Snyder of Berlin Utz Snacks Shootout as we wind down the stretch of a basketball season. Reminder, in the spring we've got some baseball. We'll be doing George Washington baseball there on the hill. And they play the MSAC, the Quad A's. You see everybody come through there. So the schedule never stops as DeBoard will kick to the far corner. Here's a drive for Peyton Cook. He stepped on the baseline, and it's over to the Colts. With the weather outside, though, I'd say we are a far cry away from baseball. Saw some guys from college indoor practice here with State yesterday. I remember those days. Baseball, no fun inside as Poling will dribble through the legs and lost it out of bounds. It was off of Easel. As McClanahan will jump back into the contest. Out goes DeBoard. Apparently West Virginia State going to try to get outside tomorrow for some live action as that's buried to Logan Watson. Wonderful inbounds play, good off the ball movement. Catch and shoot puts Philip Barber up 40-27. As McClanahan will throw it over to Gillig in the paint. Janey, hook shot. It's off. And the rebound, Webster. They'll push the tempo. Landon Carpenter gives it off as Watson pulls it back. And the dog ran away from the leash there, but it deflected off Polka. As Wolf, same play, Watson, same result. And that's just a defensive communication thing. You got to call out those screens and always know where their best scorer is. Double team. Up top it goes, 3-10. As McClanahan smothered, throws it out. Wide open Easel. We'll try it from downtown. And it's off, long board. McClanahan follow from 6, good off the window. McClanahan with 5 rebounds, 6 points. And a foul's called down low. I'll get McClanahan. That was just the second team foul on Polka, but Webster in the act of shooting. As Webster well short on the first free throw. Has 4 points today. For the 6-foot junior, the average is 7. And second one's off. Philip Barber by 14 points. Got to defend without fouling. At the elbow. Leaners off. Long deflection. Cale Wolf. And he'll curl back out. 2.5 left. Landon Carpenter with a double-double today. 15 points, 11 boards. I'd say he's been the player of the game to this point. Really set the tone in the first half, especially in the second quarter. So third team foul as Janey's whistled on the floor. Off the stack play, the Colts scatter and lob it into Carpenter. They've checked in number 42, Dayton Morrison. Now a fourth foul called. So next one will be freebies. On the move, Watson kicks out. Landon Carpenter is fouled. And now we'll shoot. So it makes sense if you can rack up your fouls with about 2 minutes left. We saw this in the Williamstown G-Dub game. It's actually a disadvantage as Carpenter will knock it down. To have 0 fouls going into the end of the quarter if you have to come back, because you would need 5 before there would be an opportunity for a change of possession. So sort of a nuance that started last year. As Easel steps into another one, a rainbow 3, buried it. Easel's got 6, 45-32, and Watson pushed in the open floor. Now we have free throws. Update on some college games. Pretty bare schedule tonight, not much of a slate. Number 25 Maryland up 18-17 on Nebraska. And South Florida just tipped off against Memphis. Up 2-0, just a minute 20 gone. Lane Sayre checks in for Polka. 46-32. And Sayre over into the corner. 3-ball leg, missed everything. Here comes Pollin. Touched on the shoulder. Another foul called there on Gillig. Third personal, Malachi Pollin to the line. Pollin 12 rebounds, 6 points. And it's off. And second one strong. Morrison pressure in, then a foul is called on Carpenter. Just the first on the Colts, his second. A little more action in the NBA tonight. The Warriors up 57-44 on the Rockets. And the T-Wolves up 32-22 on the Thunder at the end of the first quarter. A turnover there as Leg lost it. And we foul at the 126 mark. Logan Watson has had active hands defensively. He's got 3 steals. Pollin also with 3 of those. That's a good day steals-wise. If you average 1.5, 2 per game, that's considered elite. Number 45, John McGee checks in. Out goes Pollin. And now everybody on the Colts bench has gotten in. So that's always a win for morale. Here's a high shot. Sayre drained it. 47-35. And Sayre grabs the foul as Carpenter slides over towards the broadcast table. Best seat in the house. And that's good. Credit Philip Barber for getting to the line here in the second half. That was one of our keys at half. They've got 20 free throws, only had 2 a couple of quarters ago. 108 and winding. There's Gillig. Will hoist a 3, drained it. Ninth made a 3 for the Dots today, as Gillig has 9, so they foul instantly. Second on Lane Sayre. When you think polka dots, you think McNeely, whether it's Coach Mike McNeely or his brother Isaac, who played at the University of Virginia. I remember interviewing him for the first time. It was kind of like a superstar player. Felt like I was covering an NBA player, and he was like 17 years old. Just one of those rare guys that had the hype. Polka that season, his senior year, was a double-A team, but they really weren't. I think they could have beat anybody in the state. As that is off the mark, and it wasn't just McNeely. They had some quality football players that were star basketball players too. Fun time to watch hoops there in Putnam County. 52 seconds and bleeding as Gillig crosses over, goes backwards. Sayre up faked, and a jump shot leg. It's off. Run down by Watson. Logan Watson up the court to Cale Wolf, and they call the intentional there. You saw 2 arms extended. I think that's what led to it, even though it wasn't violent per se. And even the Philip Barber guys kind of grin and roll in their eyes. There's Wolf just off the mark. Cale Wolf, 8 points, 3 boards, an assist and a steal. Looking like the Colts will go to 4-11. And the second one's off. It's been a good Parmar, or good Snyder of Berlin, Utz Snacks Shootout, I should say. I think the best team pound for pound in West Virginia, it's the Tug Valley Panthers with Coach Garland, Rabbit Thompson. We were talking about Alan Osborne earlier. He's another one of those guys. He's not just a coach, he's a character too, the Rabbit. So I'd say the Panthers probably best team I saw. I'd say best individual performance. I'd got to go Brogan Sam, St. Albans. Got hot shooting and really helped them hold off Sissonville, as that's off the mark there for Watson. He's got 11 points. 33 seconds. Hand off Sayre. Pass to Leg. Easel corner 3. It's off. Gillig rebound. Watson picked his pocket. 20 seconds left. As Coach Johnson says, pull it out. 15 seconds. Easel guards. And that'll do it. Philip Barber, 51-38 over Polka. Behind 20 points and 11 rebounds from Landon Carpenter. Malachi Watson in double figures as well with 11. Cale Wolf had 8. As for Polka, it was Gillig with 9 points. That's Austin Gillig. And then Jacob Legg also with 9. And Dylan Easel with 6 as we look to our game stats. The Dots, 13 of 42 from the field, 31%. 9 of 27 from downtown. 3 of 4 from the free throw line. The Colts did a nice job not fouling. The Dots, 31 rebounds to Philip Barber's 42. as the Colts were 18 of 53 shooting, earned a lot of extra possessions, 3 of 16 from downtown, and 12 of 29 from the free throw line. Big thank you to Dan Shreve for operating things in the control room. He's been outstanding all week, as well as to Rick Green, everybody at Utz Snyder of Berlin. It's been a great shootout. This has been Michael Sussman. Have a wonderful evening.